December wheat out of Kansas City up 11.5 at the close of $5 even. March up 10.5 at 5.17 3/4. May Casey wheat up 10 1/4, 5.30 3/4 cents. December oats finished the day 5.5 cents higher, 3.07 1/2 penny. Your local cash grain bids in St. Joseph: yellow corn $3.80 to $3.90, white corn at $4.78, soybeans $9.73 to $9.80. Lifeline Foods in St. Joseph bid on yellow corn $3.90. Truck on power 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. In Atchison, yellow corn $3.97 to $3.98, soybeans $9.80 to $9.84, hard wheat at $4.53, soft wheat at $4.47. Kansas City truck bids: yellow corn $3.99 to $4.18, white corn at $4.88, soybeans $9.96 to $10.09, hard wheat at $4.93, soft wheat $4.87, and sorghum at $3.52. Over in the livestock trade on the Mercantile, December live cattle up $1.35 at the close, $241.17. February up 30 at $240.67. April live cattle finished 12 cents lower, $240 even. November feeder cattle $277 lower at the close, $361.45. January down $360 at $357.42. March feeders down $412 at $354.30. December lean hogs down 62 cents at the close, $81.77. February off 87 at $84.35. April lean hogs 77 lower at the close at $88.97. That's been a look at your closing markets on KFEQ. I'm Nathan Steedley.
Dependable, honest, and straightforward. Here's the latest ag news from KFEQ.
With Ag News, I'm Nathan Steedley. More than 700 Hereford breeders gathered in Kansas City for the World started on Wednesday. This event, which occurs in conjunction with the annual American Hereford Association annual meeting and educational symposium, comes at a time of increasing demand for Hereford genetics. That coming from Jack Ward, AHA Executive Vice President. Especially here in the United States, more commercial cow-calf producers are incorporating Hereford genetics into their herds for the breed's proven inherent genetic advantages, which include fertility, docility, longevity, and feed efficiency. The World Hereford Conference takes place every 4 years when delegates of the World Hereford Council meet to conduct official business aimed at breed improvement and opportunity development. And it's a time for Hereford breeders from around the world to network and learn from one another. The event runs through this weekend. The American Petroleum Institute on Tuesday urged congressional leadership to adopt a more balanced and up-to-date approach to E15 legislation, warning the current proposal no longer reflects today's fuel market realities. In a letter to Senate Majority Leader John Thune, Senate Minority Leader Charles Schumer, and Speaker of the House Mike Johnson, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, API President and CEO Mike Summers said sweeping changes to federal biofuel policy, state volatility mandates, and market conditions have upended the fuels landscape, prompting API to oppose the nationwide Consumer and Fuel Retailer Choice Act of 2025 in its current form. The letter details how recent changes to federal tax rules, EPA decisions, and state-level policy reversals have imposed new costs on refiners and disrupted the fuels marketplace. Summers urged lawmakers to pursue a holistic and balanced approach to E15 that supports consumer choice while maintaining reliable, affordable fuel supply. That's been a look at your Ag News on KFEQ. I'm Nathan Steedley.
Help DEA keep our communities safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, October 25th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Local small businesses make up a major portion of the economy, and places like our restaurant really define the personality of a city or neighborhood.
Small businesses are the heart and soul of a community.
Without them, we wouldn't have survived.
Hi, I'm Congressman Sam Graves. Make sure to support our local small businesses because they are the core of our communities.
This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station. Having low income can mean making tough choices, choosing between paying for food or medication, where a place to live is a reality for many people. Do you know someone who could use some extra help? Find out about the Supplemental Security Income Program, SSI, administered by Social Security. You could receive monthly SSI payments if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. SSI is money you can use to help pay for basic needs, like putting food on the table, keeping the lights on, paying the rent. It can mean you shoes for growing feet, or help with medical needs. Call 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI to schedule an appointment or start to apply today. That's ssa.gov/SSI. This message produced by Social Security and U.S. taxpayer expense.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for the... And there they go, almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. That's a shame. That mug was a fan favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Visit NHTSA.gov/the-right-seat.
Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
They will not stop. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. President Trump says military strikes on suspected drug-running boats won't let up and could spread to strikes on land.
President Trump says Latin American drug cartels are the ISIS of the Western Hemisphere.
The cartels control large swaths of territory. They maintain vast arsenals of weapons and soldiers.
The Trump administration has pointed to an imminent threat the cartels and their drugs pose to the U.S. homeland to defend military strikes on alleged cartel vessels in the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific.
I don't think we're going to necessarily ask for a declaration of war. I think we're just going to kill people that are bringing drugs into our country.
The president says he would ask Congress to approve operations targeting cartels on land, but does not think lawmakers would object.
Fox's Jared Halper at the White House. The president made the comments during an announcement of the formation of a cartel task force. He was also asked about B-1 bombers being sent to Venezuela, which he denied, but Fox News has confirmed that 2 B-1 bombers did take off from an Air Force base in Texas earlier today and flew toward Venezuela. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker says he would support federal law enforcement help in Chicago if they were enforcing laws, but he says what's taking place is a military-style assault.
They attacked a building with 130 people in it, and they got a couple of gang members. That's what you ought to do, by the way. Go after them, not the 130 people. Instead, they took everybody out of the building. They zip-tied the kids. They took some of the seniors and put them into U-Hauls for hours.
On Fox's special report with Brett Baer, earlier today, Pritzker said he would create a task force that would create a public record of ICE incidents in the state. President Trump says he's backing off a planned surge of federal agents into San Francisco after speaking with the mayor. I'm Lisa Lacera. This is Fox News.
We all know the importance of good daily habits, whether it's getting your steps in, stretching those limbs, or eating right. Doing it on the regular is key. That's why if you're dealing with everyday aches and pain, it's time to bring Relief Factor into your routine. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor uses a special formula of 4 natural ingredients. Relief Factor doesn't just mask pain, it helps reduce or even eliminate it. In fact, the longer you take it, the more effective it is. So call 1-800-4-RELIEF and try their 3-week quick start for only $19.95. That's less than $1 a day. Simply call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Wherever you're having pain, don't let it keep you from living the life you want. Make Relief Factor part of your daily routine. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF.
Of a Philadelphia woman whose body was discovered following a 2-week disappearance has been officially ruled a homicide.
Prosecutors are adding charges including murder, arson, conspiracy, and tampering with evidence to the list of crimes 21-year-old Keon King is already facing. King was initially facing charges including kidnapping, false imprisonment, and stalking in the death of 23-year-old Kata Scott. Scott's body was found on Saturday in a wooded area after she was last seen on October 4th leaving the assisted living facility where she worked. The Philadelphia Medical Examiner's Office has not released the cause of death. It's not clear how Scott and King knew each other, but investigators say cell phone data show the two were in contact before her death. King turned himself into police on October 14th. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
One of Apple's biggest competitors is launching a new tool for virtual and augmented reality.
Samsung unveils its long-awaited, much speculated augmented and virtual reality goggles. It's called the Galaxy XR headset, and Samsung intends for it to be a direct competitor to Apple's Vision Pro. It has a micro OLED display, and with 27 million pixels, it has 4 million more than Apple's device. It weighs less, though, and comes with 2 pass-through cameras, 6 cams that face the world, and 4 that track the wearer's eyes. And it's half the price of Apple Vision Pro at $1,800. Evan Brown, Fox News.
Researchers have unearthed a pair of dinosaur mummies that seem to have been preserved in an unexpected way. Scientists found remains in Wyoming, including a rare young duck-billed dinosaur mummy, which left impressions of their skin and scales on a thin layer of clay that formed with the help of microbes. This style of mummification has preserved other organisms before, but scientists didn't think it could happen on land. The study was published today in the journal Science. I'm Lisa Lacera. This is Fox News.
News and headlines as late afternoons continue on KFEQ.
I'm Matt Pike. Missouri food banks are struggling with federal cuts and possible cuts to the SNAP or food stamp program. Second Harvest Community Food Bank is no different. Second Harvest CEO Chad Higdon says several families have called asking for assistance across the 18 counties the food bank serves in northwest Missouri and northeast Kansas. Higdon says he's been with Second Harvest for just over a decade and has seen circumstances change numerous times, but no matter the circumstance, the food bank still strives to help.
We're working now to see what we can do and how responsive we can be, and going to share some of that information with our coordinators in a lot of the area pantries and some of those kind of things. But we're monitoring this and going to do the best we can just to respond and be there for families that need us.
Higdon says now, though, there would be a critical time to reach out to Second Harvest or your local food pantry to see how you can help provide for local families. A new national survey indicates strong demand for after-school programs, but most Missouri families cannot access them due to cost, lack of programs, and when or where the programs are available. Jen Reiner with the Washington, D.C.-based After School Alliance says 81% of Missouri parents with a child in an after-school program like their program.
Missouri parents really recognize a wide variety of benefits for children. So, things like safety and the development of foundational skills and getting more engaged with school and learning overall. And then after-school programs help working parents keep their jobs.
This week, many Missouri communities are holding lights on after-school events and national celebration of these programs and a call to increase government funding for access to the opportunities. A winter weather drill has already been held by the Missouri Department of Transportation as MoDOT braces for a harsher than normal winter. The winter weather drill prepares drivers for plowing snow. MoDOT Chief Safety and Operations Officer Becky Almeroth says she's checking multiple sources to get an idea on just what kind of winter to expect.
Look at the woolly worms, look at some of the persimmon seeds, and also listen to our professionals, the meteorologists. We are preparing and expecting a little more harsh winter than your average winter. So very similar to last year's winter that was a little above average, but we'll absolutely be prepared.
MoDOT has about 2,400 snowplow operators statewide. Almeroth says they all take the winter weather drill seriously to prepare for whatever weather winter brings. The Missouri Department of Public Safety is offering state grants of up to $15,000 to small volunteer fire departments for equipment purchases. Nearly $1.5 million is available for departments with annual budgets of $50,000 or less, with a required 5% local cash match. Eligible items include turnout gear, hand tools, radios, chainsaws, and wildland protective clothing. That's news. I'm Matt Pike. You can find these stories and more by visiting our website at stjosephpost.com.
Mama, what does the chicken say?
Chicken. Oh, okay.
What?
Oh, a wolf. Oh!
What about the tiny dog? Cat. Owl. Dolphin. what does the turkey say? Whale.
No, whale, so...
Do the giraffe.
Giraffe, really? Okay. Giraffe. Giraffe.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right.
Visit NHTSA.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
First question. We're on the highway.
My name is John David Carpton.
Dr. Kimberly Stegmeyer.
Dr. Edith Perez.
I'm a medical oncologist.
I focus on cancer prevention. People are always asking me, why? Why do I do this work?
2 words come to mind for me. One is responsibility. The other is purpose.
There was a child that, I took care of and adored, and she said to me, Dr. Kim, will you remember me forever? Sorry. It's been a hard year.
Every day I think of the faces of patients when I see their smiles, when I tell them that new treatments are helping their lives.
It's just so inspiring to do research that impacts human lives.
Stand Up to Cancer has been a critical partner in advancing research for cancer.
Cancer research saves lives.
So please, help us fight in this battle against cancer.
Be a part of the team that ends cancer at standuptocancer.org.
Late afternoons continue on 680 KFEQ and 95.3 FM St. Joe. Now here's your Ag News.
With Ag News, I'm Nathan Steedley. The Trump administration will release about $3 billion in assistance to U.S. farmers despite the government shutdown, administration officials said. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is also planning to resume operations this week at the Farm Service Agency, which runs financial assistance and loan programs for farmers. That coming from a USDA spokesperson. Many of the agency's operations were shuttered due to the government shutdown. President Trump told the department to give out the $3 billion in aid by tapping a fund that was used in his first term to aid farmers, officials said. President Trump is committed